Well, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity.
You must gather your party before
We're gonna go check out the basement in this chapel. I believe it's in chapel or temple to Eothas. Can't really remember. Thought it told us right here. No. Alright, well, let's go down there, see what's going on. Well, hello, Mr. Injured Person. A rising sun and the three dawn stars, the symbol of Eothas. Wharton. A man lies resting against the wall, lit by the dim illumination of the fading sconces. He has a gaunt, fox-like aspect, and his face is pale and damp with sweat. One arm is held loosely against his side, sleeves soaked with blood. He gives you an anxious glance as you near, his features twisted with pain. Have a care if you mean to go in. He casts a quick look towards the doorway to his left. This place is not so empty as I thought. He angles a look up at Eater. Paying your respects, Eothasian? He manages a pained grin. A little risky, isn't it? Think what the townsfolk would say. Safer down here than up there, even with the rats as big as they are. A faint edge of hostility belies Eater's playful tone. This temple isn't what it used to be, probably for the best, times being as they are. He groans and shifts position, wincing. I'm no looter, if that's what you're thinking. Not one of his types either. Wharton jerks his chin towards Eater. Just wanted to do some good, I suppose. Got my arm clawed up for it. He regards you warily. Maybe you'd have better luck. Better luck with what? The man points a finger upwards. These ruins around us used to be a temple of Eothas, the scattered god. A grand temple at that. His worships would come from all over Deerwood, from Reed Saris even. Not so much from Reed Saris these days. Until the war, of course. Even then, you'd get some of the stubborn ones. The ones that couldn't get it through their heads that their god was dead and gone. Is this really a time for a history lesson? Wharton laughs and winces as it jostles his arm. Just giving you the full story is all. What I want is deeper inside. That seems weird. What I want is deeper inside the temple, where the priest lived. Lord Raderick had them killed, same as the poor bastards on that tree outside. The temple's been sealed up for years since, until just a short time ago. That's where I got involved, and you, now, I hope. Wharton pauses to breathe a moment. The priests, if you can find their remains, well, maybe we can finally give them a proper burial. I'll find them. Then by the flame, I owe you a good turn. But listen, the temple's been sealed off for so long, it's crawling with creatures. But if you get past them, the priests would have been down on the lower floor. They'll still be there, if they're anywhere. Those priests had all kind of secret chambers, switches in the walls, trick sconces, that kind of thing. Keep an eye out, and take care down there. I don't want to have to send someone else after your remains. I'll wait here by the stairs and keep a lookout. Maybe try to patch myself up some. Alright, well, we now have a new quest. And I think I'm going to change this formation a little bit. We're going to do this. I like it. Alright. I guess let's...
I shall be discreet.
Stealth and...
Yeah.
Take Sabine in. See what's going on. Drop a quick save real quick. Looks okay enough for right now. Let's go ahead and come inside.
Yeah.
Alright, and it looks like we split up into 4 chambers. Let's arbitrarily pick one. There's some sort of spirits up here. A will-o-wisp. See if we can loot this. Some Adra and copper. And it looks like there's a person standing past him. Maybe it's a ghost of one of the priests or something. Not sure. Let's go ahead and bring the rest of our group up here. And then we will engage. They're going to get detected.
Yeah.
Pretty much right away.
Damn.
Alright, so they're casting something. Bolt. Hopefully that doesn't chain. It doesn't chain. Let's grab our melee guys. Okay, he is turned. He's confused for 6 seconds. Well, let's grab these two. Have them start attacking. We'll go up there and start attacking. And I guess Durance can come up here and help out. You should be helping. How dare you? Blind that one. Let's get a little bit of daze going on him. Let's get a little bit of flames of devotion.
Yeah.
One is down. Let's go ahead and activate your Holy Radiance just for a little extra healing. Alright. This parchment is worn and tattered, and the ink upon it faded. In this time of hardship, we must have just as much faith in ourselves. And it looks like Eothas leveled up. So let's give him some more points in scrolls. So now I can use level 4 scrolls. We'll give him stealth because just in case we want to have him sneak later on. You know what? No, we're not. We're gonna give him athletics, so he fatigues slower. And spells. We still can't get level 3 spells yet. Caster is plus 50 max endurance, plus 50 max health. That's a spell version of the potion we just got. And it looks like he only gets 1 point. Slicken. Coast the ground and slick oil-like substance, inflicting knockdown. I wonder if you can combo spells, like if we do fire on the oil. He'd have to shoot fire through friendlies, so I probably wouldn't do that, but yeah. Merciless Gaze. Caster plus 15% of hits converted to crits. That could be pretty good. Mirrored Image plus 20 deflection until damaged. Ray of Fire creates a scorching ray of flame between the caster and the target, inflicting continual burn damage to the target and anyone caught in the ray. Blackened Sights. Foe AoE blinded. Perhaps we'll go with that one. Bewildering Spectacle. Foe confused. Okay, we're actually gonna go with that. That'll give us, that'll give us a nice spell to use. All right, so bonus first level spell, getting an extra spell cast of level 1 spells. That I'm kind of interested in. Also interested in Dangerous Implement. It'll give him a damage buff with his wands. Don't like that, actually. Never mind. He hurts himself every time he casts, so not interested in that at all. Scepter and Rod. Adventure gives him a bonus to his wand accuracy. Let's go with maybe a class talent. Conjures a protective shield of magic, boosting the wizard's deflection. Grimoire Slam allows the wizard to smash an enemy with a grimoire energized with spiritual energy, causing large damage and knocking the target back. That could be good in case someone gets up next to him. Penetrating Blast concentrates the power of blasts, negating some of the target's damage reduction. Or the bonus use of the first level spell. I'm going to go with Grimoire Slam, so he has a way to get people off of him. Alright, and let's check out his Grimoire real quick. We got the new spell, didn't we? Bewildering Spectacle. I'll take off Fetid Caress because that affects us as well. It'll sicken our melee guys. So we'll do something like that. Alright. I'm feeling kind of cocky, like we should just truck through everything. So that's pretty much what's going to happen.
Not to alarm you, but I'm slowly dying of poison.
Eater has been poisoned. I'm sorry, buddy. We are now out of combat. We are now back in combat. Oh, that web. And we're pretty much just
doing the job.
steamrolling everything. Pretty much exactly what I wanted. The pile of furniture is branded with scorch marks. Wooden box with turquoise and a letter home. Mother, I have asked Brother Edric to carry this letter for you, for he travels to New Heamar come morning. With him goes what coin I have, and I hope it will ease the surprise of an unexpected homecoming, for I mean to follow in a few days' time. Our village is much changed, and though I do not wish for you to worry, I do not feel it is safe to remain. I know Retrix Obrica will not approve, but the letter trails off here. Whoever sat here left in a hurry. Ink has dripped across the scroll, obscuring its contents. Sure. Looks like this is a hidden wall right here. Maybe not. Maybe our perception is just not high enough. Do we have any items that buff perception? Like, are we wearing anything that would buff our perception? I don't think so. That's kind of unfortunate. Alright, and actually we have some scrolls that people can use now. Aloth can use these scrolls. Requires 2 lore. I thought we gave you points in lore. Your lore is 8. You can use level 4 scrolls. I'm not sure why it would say that he can't use them. I mean, we have 8 lore. Am I just misreading this? We can use level 4 scrolls. We have 8 lore. Okay. Durance level up. I guess for right now, I'll put points in mechanic. See, like, I don't know. I don't really want him to do the mechanic stuff. I think we'll do that. Class stuff. Alright. Enemies take burn damage from the priest's holy radiance. Vessels take increased burn damage. Condemns the priest's foes, dazing in any enemies in the area of effect once per encounter. So that'll give us an extra daze, which reduces their accuracy. Inspired Flame, passive, plus 10 accuracy with a sword or arquebus. It's kind of interesting. Aggrandizing Radiance, excuse me. Everyone receives less healing from the priest's holy radiance, but the priest gains a bonus to all attributes and movement. Not interested in that. Inspiring Radiance, allies gain accuracy bonus. And we get a bonus use of a first level spell. I might take that this time. I'm not really interested in any of these right here. Maybe Graceful Retreat, just keep stacking up that plus defense when disengaging. That could be good. Get some extra quick slot items. I'm thinking either Brilliant Radiance or the bonus spell. I think I'm going to go with Brilliant Radiance. I believe that's his aura. That's Holy Radiance. What is Brilliant Radiance? Did I just do something terrible? Let me look at his stuff real quick. Brilliant Radiance. Modifies Holy Radiance. Okay. So now enemies will burn. Plus 12 or plus 11.2 endurance for friends. Foes burn for almost 17 damage over 4 seconds. Vessels get frightened. Hopefully Sabine will level soon.
Right.
And we already can't do anything with this. Just run past it one more time. Which is kind of silly because, I mean, that looks like a false door, or a false wall, rather. Hello, little baby spider.
Been poisoned.
It's nice fighting you guys after that keep. Initiate's note. This parchment is relatively intact, but the ink upon it has faded. You can make out a few patches of careful, tidy script. Visitors to the ritual floor, Retrix Obrica says, Redemption for even those, Orgot instruct the largest bell first rather than second. The rest is illegible. So, visitors to the ritual floor. Retrix Obrica saying something about redemption for even those. Something about forgot instruct the largest bell first rather than second. Maybe there was like some sort of warning that was supposed to go out. Can't take these. Can you just hang on to them? Oh, that's so terrible. Free camping supplies in here. We'll have to try to remember that. It's nice being able to just kind of run over everything after that keep.
I feel off. I feel off.
I don't understand why only a couple of us are attacking.
Yeah.
Kind of stuck over here.
Alright, let's go up and throw, or go ahead and throw up his Holy Radiance. Drop a daze on all of them.
Most inconvenient.
You guys need to fight stuff. Make stuff dead. There you go. There you go. I don't know why they weren't hitting stuff before. They weren't frozen or anything, or webbed. A spider venom sac. The red-brown smears flake away under the toe of your boot. Whoa. The nearby crystals light the cracked mosaic floor in shades of orange, and at certain angles the metallic symbol beneath your feet gleams gold. As you look on, the air shimmers as if with summer heat. The very dust and air seem to pull together until a thin glowing mist appears before you. In its rippling gleam you sometimes think you can see the shape of a man, features rendered in broad strokes of air and smoke. Who are you? Your voice sparks movement, the spirit surges with a sudden blazing light, and the next moment you are somewhere else, your mind assailed with a sudden wave of fear and noise. You are in the chapter hall. Priests and faithful have gathered in a great crowd, spilling into the hall. Bodies press against you, surging forward to listen. Your own grief is mirrored in the faces around you. Some of the initiates are weeping. Someone has snuffed the candles, and the room is dark, save for the podium, lit from behind. The two people stand before it, lit in silhouette. A man is shouting, voice so ragged with fear you cannot understand what he says, but the Retrix stands calm, unmoved. Her strength will see you all through these dark times. You feel that hope like a spark behind your ribs. Somewhere behind you, someone begins to sing. The spirit tears itself from you with sudden dizzying force, and you find yourself back before the ruined altar swaying. The spirit fades as suddenly as it has appeared. The face of this statue has had most of its features struck off, along with portions of its hands. Alright, so some sort of tragedy, I'm guessing. Maybe it had something to do with the war and Waidwin dying, since this is an Eothasian temple. A Scolder and a Scolder Whelp. Have we fought any of these guys yet? Can't remember. They look kind of like demons.
Steady does it.
Cloak Sabile and Poke the Bear.
After him!
Let's move up a little bit. That way she's not up front. We'll get a Flames of Devotion on the Scolder Whelp. We'll get a knockdown on the big boy here. We'll get a blind on the Whelp. Durance can come up to help, and Aloth can help on the Whelp as well. Okay, so Durance on that. You already used your blind, so let's go take out the Scolder Whelp. we got the knockdown going. Let's go ahead and use a Flames of Devotion on this guy. Never mind, he's already down. And it should drop us out of combat. Got some Scolder ears.
Right. Huh?
Let's go ahead and pretty much just aggro this guy. We'll face pull him, it's fine. Alright. We'll use a Flames of Devotion on this one. Get a knockdown on this one. Durance can help out with that. Get a blind off on the first one as well. And Aloth can just hang out for a second. Alright. Let's throw an Arcane Assault around this way. And everyone can gang up on this guy right here.
Doesn't feel right.
Alright. So nice being able to just walk over absolutely everything. It looks like there's an enemy in here.
Mm-hmm. Take him down.
I guess he was meant to be an ambush or something if you came in too far. I'm not sure. Monsters of the Deadfire Archipelago. The archipelago winds its way between the Great Eastern Ocean and the Restless Ocean. Hundreds of small islands in the midst of the water. Few dare brave its treacherous rapids, and fewer still have returned to tell tale of their adventures through it. Travel between the two oceans is virtually impossible. Great storms hammer any ships foolhardy enough to attempt to navigate, and this alone should be enough to deter anyone from attempting the voyage, as untold ships have gone down, tossed against the rocks. The weather and treacherous rocks are only a precursor to the actual horror of the archipelago, the terrors of the deep. No one knows how many creatures stalk the oceans, waiting for unsuspecting sailors to drift into their waters, but we do know of some. Barbed Ravager, a giant shark that is known to ram passing vessels, trying to knock sailors off the deck and smash a hole in the hull. It has tremendous spines protruding from its sides and back that are presumed to be poisonous. The largest sighted Barbed Ravager with survivors was estimated to be almost 30 feet long. Winding Serpent. Smaller around than the Ravager, but potentially longer, the Winding Serpent attacks in small packs, usually 3 to 8. They have long, sharp heads, somewhat reminiscent of a barracuda. Like the Ravager, they repeatedly slam into the side of a ship, hoping to crack a hole in it or knock someone from the deck. They have also been known to swim to the depths and shoot up out of the ocean, landing on the deck, coiling and winding their way around, snapping up any crew they can before plunging back into the ocean. Leviathan. Imagine the largest whale you have ever seen. The Leviathan is at least 10 times that size. By the time a ship sees a Leviathan, it's already too late. As they rise from the depths, the water around them begins to spin and sink, creating a whirlpool. The Leviathan's body surrounds the hapless vessel, preventing escape as it goes down. The enormous mouth opens, pulling all on board to their watery deaths. Pulpavir. All the creatures you've read about in this book are nothing compared to the Pulpavir. Barely the size of a man, what they lack in size and strength they make up for in numbers and terrifying viciousness. Their lower halves are massive tentacles, like an octopus or squid, but more numerous. The tentacles are long, black whips with suction cups on the underside and small thorny barbs on the top. The sheer number of tentacles gives them frightening speed when walking on land, pulling themselves forward almost as fast as a running horse. While they vaguely resemble a human from the waist up, any extended examination proves how wrong that assumption is. Long, stringy black hair falls from the top of their heads to cover a face taken directly from a nightmare. A wide, gaping mouth cuts across the bottom of its head from ear to ear, full of wicked, dagger-like teeth. 2 large, round eyes are sunken into its head, black as coal, shining with a malevolent fire. A small antenna protrudes from the middle of its forehead, ending in a small nodule that can glow with an eerie blue light. One can imagine a sailor on the deck of the ship at night, looking out across the black water, blood freezing as countless lights appear beneath the surface, rising toward him as the Pulpavir swarm upward. Because they seem to be more octopus than man, they can collapse in on themselves, fitting into spaces no person should be able to. The smallest crack in a hull, the slightest separation between boards, offers them entrance. It is not unknown for them to slaughter an entire crew from hold up to the deck by infiltrating the ship from underneath. Fortunately, they do not seem to have spread too far outside the archipelago, but there may come a day when Pulpavir attacks become commonplace. So the Deadfire Archipelago has some truly nasty beasties. Maybe we'll get to see some. I would be interested in seeing some. We have a fine sword. Bonus to accuracy and 15% to damage. To his grace, I write to implore. The rest of this letter is crossed out in several places and then abandoned altogether. Drop another quick save. Check out these side rooms. He mentioned sconces, maybe. Nope.
Why not?
Little sword. Some books. Book of Verses. The Great Western Stag. One day, Eothas was sitting on a wall watching a cat play in the sun. A crystal hung in a nearby tree had fragmented in a sunbeam and scattered small motes of light on the ground. They danced around the cat, sliding over him as he frantically batted at them. He spun in place, following one as it rushed past him, and leaped on it, trying to pin it down. Eothas smiled, amused at the animal's tenacity. The cat landed on a spot, placing its paws over, only to watch it flit away again. Eothas watched the cat's tail twitch and slap at the ground, annoyed that his prey could not be pinned. "Why must you tease him?" a voice said from behind him, accompanied by the crunch of sandals on gravel. "I merely bring the dawn," Eothas responded. "I don't stoke the hunter's heart. That's your responsibility, isn't it?" "True," said a second voice, "but neither do you quell it. If the hunter could not see his prey, would he still hunt?" "So philosophical, Hylaea." Eothas said and turned to greet the two gods that approached him. "Have you come to debate the parallel between sight and desire?" He gestured to the wall, inviting Hylaea and Galawain to join him. They sat in silence, watching the cat, who continued to hunt the sun, fruitlessly swatting at another mote and then rolling onto his back. "I have created the ultimate prey," Eothas said, finally breaking the silence. "It can be tracked, it can be followed, it can be seen, but it can never be caught." Galawain laughed lightly. "You don't agree, Galawain?" Eothas asked. "While it's true that your creation is elusive, it hardly can be considered the ultimate prey because it can never be caught." He paused, his brow furrowed in thought. "If that mode of light had substance, the hunter could subdue it. Otherwise, it's merely a dream, truly a fruitless endeavor." "All creatures spend their lives chasing fruitless endeavors," said Hylaea. "It is the way of mortality." Galawain laughed again. "I could create a creature, a living creature of flesh and blood, that could never be caught. I make your dream a reality." Now it was Eothas' turn to laugh. "You propose turning a fruitless dream into a fruitless reality. How is this any better? A life spent in the pursuit of an attainable goal far exceeds any other." "But you just said no one could catch this creature. This is not attainable." Galawain smiled. "Humanity has surprised us before. Indeed, it could surprise us again. I will create a great white stag, and I will set it free in the world. It will have grace, resilience, and tenacity. It will exist solely to be pursued for all its days, and it will never be caught. It will serve to inspire the hunt for generations to come. All those who wish for glory will invoke my name. All those who hear its story will ask for my blessing in finding it." Hylaea shook her head and threw Galawain a bemused look. "I do not believe this is possible, so I too make an offer. To the person who catches the stag, and they will catch the stag, I will bestow upon them its grace, resilience, and tenacity. Thrice blessed they will be. They will ask for my blessing on the hunt so they can obtain my boon." Galawain and Hylaea took up arguing whose name would be invoked more when the hunt was on. Eothas sighed, a small smile playing at the edges of his mouth. He stood and looked to the sky. The sun had already started to hide itself behind the mountains. The cat, long ago tired of stalking the motes, had fallen asleep beneath the tree. He turned and looked at the other gods, deep in debate, and sighed again. "I merely bring the dawn," he repeated as he made his way down the path. "It is up to you to see what I reveal." Book of Verses. I don't think I'm going to read this. Just because, like, the poetry book, I didn't really find that interesting. The stag book, I enjoyed. I enjoyed the stag book. Not necessarily the poetry book. And I'm assuming that's going to be kind of the same thing. I will try to read most of the stuff, but if I kind of glance over something and I don't think it really seems that interesting, then I probably won't read it. Thank you for stunning absolutely everyone. I don't understand why none of you are fighting. Something wrong with you? Like, Aloth is the only one.
Yes?
fighting. That didn't even knock him away.
Hey.
There you go. I don't understand what was wrong with him. Okay. Vermin have scoured these plates, though mold still grows in green-black clumps across the table.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like none of them had a debuff or anything, so... Okay. You go this way, you go this way, yes. No, go this way. Plug the door. Alright. Okay, well apparently we can use these now, which is good. Just throw out the daze on everyone. You can go ahead and knock down the big guy and drop Flames of Devotion on him. What is this? This is our Savage Attack that I forgot to activate.
That's it.
Doesn't feel.
Alright, and I forgot to have these guys attack. We'll throw out the last days and we'll start attacking. That guy just absolutely melted. We're running in here for some reason.
Yeah.
Let's finish him off. We'll drop a Lay on Hands on herself and the Holy Radiance from Grace. And do another Flames of Devotion on this guy, which didn't even go off. Alright. Thought I heard water. Okay, Spirit. A haze fills the air, coalescing steadily into a blur of dust and mist. It gathers into the outline of what appears to be a dwarf, a shimmering echo that fades in and out of sight. But stronger than sight is the sense, within you, of a powerful energy. It roils and seethes with the grief that seems to spill into your own thoughts, tainting them until the sorrow is your own. Like a crashing wave, the energy surges towards you and into you, and suddenly you are elsewhere. Before you is a brightly lit stone corridor, lined with torches and gleaming crystals. You are running, your footsteps echoing off the stone around you. You forgot to tie your sandals and they're slipping from your feet, fouling your steps. You're late again. The right's going to begin without you. You hear the tolling of a bell, and your spirits lift as you recognize the familiar, warped tone of the right hand, representing the first of the dawn stars to appear in the night sky, and last to fade in the dawn light. You pray fiercely that this is the first of the chimes, and not the last. The light fades, as does the memory, and when your eyes clear, the spirit is gone.
Yeah.
It's an addendum added. Inside the temple, I encountered a man called Werton who wishes for me to search the ruins for the remains of Eothasian priests he tells me Radric's guards slaughtered many years ago. I have seen some manner of the spirit within the temple, or a memory at least. In this memory I recalled an Eothasian rite involving the ringing of bells. The first and last of these tolls, apparently, is that of the right hand, which was a distinctive warped tone to it. Werton mentioned that the temple is full of secret compartments, and that I will likely find the remains of the lowest floor to the temple. Werton also warned me, however, the temple has become infested with spider and scolder. Alright, we did find that note earlier about a bell. We found the scribbled note that was kind of hard to read about...
Been poisoned.
Ow. A ring, though. Overseeing. Extra ability effect. What is that? Garnet. The note about forgiving someone about ringing the bells. We'll go ahead and give that to him. That way his AoEs go out a little bit further. But yeah, forgiving someone about ringing the first bell instead of the last bell or something like that. Got another addendum added. The door to the lower floor appears to be sealed with some enchantment. There is a set of bells beside the door which may part the opening. 3 bells hang from the stone protrusion that runs along the wall. Years of dust and grime coat the metal. There is one large bell at the center, flanked by 2 smaller ones. Examine the bells. The bells appear to be fully intact. They are made of thick iron and look very heavy. There doesn't appear to be much out of the ordinary about them. I guess let's ring the left smaller bell. The bell tolls a high, piercing note of startling power. The tone echoes merrily through the halls until it seems that a dozen chirping notes ring through the temple. Let's ring the right bell. The bell sounds a strange, warbling peal that grows to a painful shrillness before it diminishes to a mournful chime. Let's ring the middle bell. You heave at the bell, and as it swings back in the other direction, the clapper strikes a low, powerful note against the heavy iron. You feel the ringing in your chest as the sound moves through the ruined halls in a rolling tide. You reach out and hold the clapper still. Around you, the echoes diminish. Okay, so I'm guessing the right bell is the weird one. So it signals the first and last, and there are 3 stars. So maybe we only need to ring that one plus other ones. So maybe we'll do like the right bell, the middle bell, and the right bell. No, maybe not. Maybe right, left, middle, right. A strange hush falls upon the room, muting the sound of the bells and the eternal drip of damp stone alike. And then a sudden, dissonant toll sounds from the bells, so loud and piercing that you are compelled to cover your ears. And then, at last, silence once more.
I can do that.
Did we do something? It seems like we did something. I guess we didn't. Let's leave. Puzzles with bells. I feel like I should have this. Check out any books we have. Notes. Initiate's note. Retrix Obrica says redemption for even those forgotten struck the largest bell first rather than second. So the largest bell is second. Okay. So maybe we do right, middle, left, right. There's a quiet, melodic chime from all 3 bells before their discordant voices meet in one powerful rising rush of sound. It seems to fill the whole of the temple, a driving flood of song that drowns all other thought. As the tolling fades, you hear a creak from the direction of the doors as the passage to the lower level swings open.
Yeah.
Alright, well. I guess we're going down to the lower temple area. Alright, we have a shadow. Okay, that is us. Let's do a Flames of Devotion on it and also get a knockdown on it. Just in case the knockdown takes a little bit, let's get a blind. And I'll attack it.
Yeah.
Never mind, it's dead. We are victorious. Hooray. Can we loot you? Spirit Residue. Faint ethereal wisps of soul energy made manifest.
Right.
Alright, I think we're gonna actually... We'll quick save and then we're gonna scout with Sabine in case there are any traps around. So let's scout out this whole room first. Looks clear, alright, and then we'll go room by room.
Yeah.
Don't yeah me. How close are you to leveling? You're so close to... Wait, what? You dinged! I didn't even notice you dinged. Mechanics. You get all the points in mechanics. Backstab. Not interested in. and perhaps something with a bow. Warbow is adventurer. Knight is a crossbow. Peasant is a hunting bow. I believe she's using a hunting bow right now. Ruffian is a pistol and blunderbuss. Soldier gets arbalest and arquebus. Marksman, +5 accuracy against distant enemies. That could be good. I think I want to get... I think I said I wanted to get like the wound binding or field triage on her. Other than being able to do this twice, I don't understand like why you wouldn't pick this one first. So let's grab that one. Alright, awesome. She's, I guess, level 2 now. Yep, she's level 2. Some points in stealth would have probably been good. Let's just activate him and then run back here. Oops. Alright, we have a few of them. See if we can plug up the door. We did not plug up the door. Let's knock down this second one. This first one will get a Flames of Devotion. Both of you attack the first one. Make it dead, please. If you could activate your Holy Radiance, give us a little bit of a heal. Do a little bit of damage to the enemies. If you could please do that. Or just don't do it at all because the fight's already over. That's okay too. That's okay, Durance. It's alright. It's alright, buddy. I think we're just gonna run around. We should be fine. Famous last words. There's a shadow. Let's just go. Oh, let's is there like a don't do that button? Or like a cancel order button? A phantom. Just kind of hold the line a little bit. Okay. Well, that's good. Let's get in here with the Flames of Devotion. Knock down, you know, that old chestnut. And let's bring these two back if we can. Which we can. And let's knock him down. Durance, buddy, if you could give us a defensive bonus, that would be cool.
What?
And we need to get on this phantom guy. Alright, both of you get on him. Actually, Aloth, if you could use your Bewildering Spectacle on that. Maybe we can confuse it. Okay, so it is confused. I'm guessing it's still going to attack us, which is unfortunate slightly. Your Holy Radiance. Alright. Everyone make that one dead except for you. We're actually stunned right now, which is not good. Lay on hands on yourself, please. Alright, good talk. He's a little injured because the shadow is attacking him instead of Eater. This doorway, this is... I wish it would make these transparent. And this thing is barely injured. Aloth, if you could maybe do something like that.
How mad?
Alright, if everyone could just kind of gang up on this guy, that would be super-de-duper. Aloth's actually almost dead. Let's try this combusting wound. Causes enemy wounds in the area of effect to ignite. We're actually stunned right now, so... Alright. That was slightly scary because of the doorway. I'm guessing this is going to be another spirit right here. Excuse me? Why am I not recording? Excuse me for a moment. Apologies for that. For some reason, my recording counter wasn't showing in the game, so I thought the recording had messed up, but it didn't. But when I tabbed out to check it and then tabbed back into the game, then it just quit the recording completely. So apologies for that. It is not within our natures to forgive. Those who seek redemption seek a long and winding path, a road which takes us down into the very hollows of our soul and asks us to reflect upon the fractured aspects of ourselves. Alright, well, that was an interesting fight. Unfortunately, my recording software decided to be a little rude. Hopefully that whole episode is okay, because we have done a good bit of stuff. But looking at the time, it seems like it's gonna kind of be the end of this episode, so I apologize for that. We're kind of in the middle of hunting through the, I guess, catacombs of this chapel. But that's something we're gonna have to save for the next episode, because it's getting up there in time. So I feel like this is a good place to stop. Done a lot of exploring. We've got, I think, everyone leveled this episode. Pretty sure everyone leveled. Got our camping supplies back. We got some new equipment. I did check that last video and noticed that I accidentally bought the cloak. It's because I was double clicking to add. Yeah. Don't double click, just single click. And we're having some fun doing some combat. It's nice to do some easier combat than what was in the keep. I'm assuming we should have just come here first instead of going to the keep, but that's what I get for forgetting about something that I wanted to explore. So that is going to wrap up this episode. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks for watching and have a good one.